Good morning. It's sprinkling today, and technically you're not supposed to prune when it's sprinkling, but this iris I feel like could look a little bit better, and I don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to prune it anyway. These are the old flower stems right here, so I'm just going to cut them all the way at the bottom because they won't be producing any more flowers. And of course these are the old leaves, but if you take a closer look you can see that there are new leaves already being produced at the bottoms of the old ones. The easiest way to prune iris is to just pull. These leaves are the oldest, the most withered, and usually they tend to just pull away very easily. They feel like corn husks, maybe, similar to that. And then these are less withered, I guess, but definitely done for the season. Usually they come off easily as well. This is actually an old stem that pulled away. All of these leaves are also going to wither. They do provide a function in the meantime, which is to strengthen the rhizome. But if you need to get things done and not have to come back to it later, then just get rid of all the leaves. It'll be perfectly fine since it has new leaves coming up already. All of these can be pulled away. You can already see them here. There you go. The new leaves come from within the older leaves. You can see right there how that new leaf is coming from inside this one. Sometimes they break like that because they're still pretty fresh. These ones are leaves that came in a little bit later than the really old ones, but it's okay, don't worry about it. One at a time usually works better than a bunch at a time. And then once you can get to the stems, you can just cut them off right at the base. These more withered ones can be pulled away by the handful. Way in there. So because it's way back there, it's kind of hard for me to see. That's why it's easier to pull the leaves away first. Ideally, you would pull it off all the way, but this is fine too. This one's under the front. The leverage is a little different. There's fresh leaves in there. Already starting to look better. Those are a little awkward for me to reach, but we're gonna go for it. See that new leaf pop out? This is what the bottom of each leaf looks like. It's a tube where the new leaves come from. Okay. There's a stem. So there it is. You can see all the new growth on the rhizomes. These rosettes are evening primrose. Mosquito. It looks like they're mingling just fine. I want the evening primrose to kind of create a ground cover instead of having to mulch all the time. There's my big pile of old leaves and stems, flower stems. If this happens to you, you can go back in and peel them. It does kind of, I don't know, they're so fresh and like thick that it does kind of feel uncomfortable to do that, but you can. But look at all this fresh growth. They're a bit like onions, I guess, in a sense. But they do grow on rhizomes, like I mentioned. So cute. And the rhizomes do prefer to be in sun, so it's advisable to plant them higher up rather than burying them under the soil like you would bulbs. And that's it. I mean, I have a lot of work to do in the rest of the flower bed, but it definitely looks a lot cleaner than it did when I started. Sometimes when I'm feeling lazy, I use my kneeling pad to carry all the plants to the compost pile.